Hey everyone, Austin here with another 3ds Max tutorial. What I'm going to show you in this video is how to UVW map and how to make a basic texture for your 3D model. First I'm going to show you how to map a single object like a head, but then after I'm going to show you how to prepare and map a complete object like a dog, which will include the legs, the body, the head, the tail, the ears, whatever else they got that you want to make. And you can make a bunch of different separate objects to make it more detailed, but let's just get started with the head for right now. So we're going to file, open, let's do this one. Right, so I got my head and I'm just going to select it, we're going to go to modifier list and scroll down to unwrap UVW and click that. Then we're going to click the plus and select face. So we're just going to pretty much select every face on here. Okay, so that's got all the faces. Now if you press edit now in the perimeter section, just the head on its side, but it has overlapping faces right now, which you can't have if you're high textures. So we're just going to close that, and we're going to go, I'm going to show you how I do it. You could use any of these 6 right here, but I learned using cylindrical. So what I'm going to do is select cylindrical, which you see it's up there, so that's too high. So we're going to select reset, then fit, and now it's perfectly aligned on the head. So we're going to deselect cylindrical now just by clicking it again, scroll up to edit and click that. Now you see it's more flattened out. So see this line right here? We're going to select everything to the left of that line. Then we're going to right click and break. Then we're going to move that over to this side. We're going to just zoom in and only connect some of them because we don't really need every single one connected. So I'm going to go into vertex and let's see. We're going to do target weld, which is right above break. We're just going to drag it on top of it, and there we go. Now it looks flat, but there's still some overlapping faces, which you can see here on the lips. So I'm going to just right click and go back to face mode. And there's multiple ways you can do this, but what I'm going to do is select and select overlapped faces, which will select all these. You right click and break, and you just drag those over to this little section over here. Then what you're going to do is just all these faces right here, right click and scale. And we're just going to scale it down because it's going to be a big image anyway, and just move it to the bottom left hand corner of this dark blue box. Then we're going to select these, scale, and move these around up here. Alright, so we got all those. So you're going to save the UVs because you're going to need them later, which I already have these saved somewhere else. And then once they're saved, you're going to render it out. Render, you go to tools and render UVW template. And I recommend using 2024 by 2024 because it's just a pretty nice size. And then click render UV template. It looks distorted, but when you zoom in, it's actually a huge image, which will be great for texturing on. I'm not going to save that right now, but you should because you're going to need that. So I'm going to also show you this other way of flattening out this little image. So you're going to click edit again, file, reset all, and cylindrical, reset, fit. I guess I clicked it. Okay. Then deselect cylindrical, and then edit UVs, or edit. So I'm just going to move this back over to where, break it, move it over here again, vertex, target weld. It's all easy. So just right click and go back to face. So what I'm going to do is just going to select all these faces and go to mapping and flatten mapping and just leave it at the default right there, and then press OK, and it's just going to flatten everything out for you. So I wouldn't recommend this part for a highly textured thing. Like if you were just going to give it one or a couple colors for your face, this would be a good one, but everything's all jumped around. So I'm just going to go back and do the other kind that I had, such as Control Z. Alright, select overlapped faces, right click, break, just move those over. And you're going to have to put a lot of time into this by making sure that these aren't too close to each other and making sure there's nothing else overlapped like this or anything which the system doesn't catch. But right now, since it's just a basic tutorial, I'm going to leave it how it is. Right click, move, and I'll just save that as File, Save UVs, and UVW Head, Save. Then I'm Tools, Render UVW Template, keep what I have, Render UV Template, Save. Okay, and I use Bitmap. You don't have to use it, but that's what I've been using. I started out with it. PNG caused problems for me because it didn't show the black background, which I wanted. It made it transparent. So I'll just use Bitmap, save, save. And I'll just close that, close him, and minimize him. Okay, so Photoshop's not really working on my computer all that well right now, and this is just a basics tutorial. So I'm just going to go into Paint, because everyone loves Paint. Paint. Microsoft Paint, free, everyone uses it. Don't complain. File, open, my map, and look how big this is, it's huge. I'm just going to color him, simple little color. Let's just put this, get a big old paintbrush, and in Photoshop this would be a lot easier because you could zoom out more, but my computer just doesn't like it right now. And it's the 30-day free trial, so it shouldn't do that. It's not like it's viruses or anything. So alright, so that's good. I'm just going to say this as File, Save As, Map. I'll just make it Map 2. Save, and we're going to go into here. Just minimize that again. And we're going to go press M for our material editor. Just open up new one, diffuse, bitmap, and find your image. Then select Assign Material to Selection. Click this little cube, which is called Show Standard Map and Viewport, and you'll see basic little texture I made. I'll render this out. So see, he's got yellow striped face, red nose, dark red lips, green ears, brownish hair. These stripes are just what I didn't texture already. And see this distortion up here? That would definitely have to be fixed. You can see these are just some polygons. Find out where that is on your map. See how small and cramped that is? I just select these, go to Tools and select Relax and Apply. And see, there's no distortion anymore. It's much better looking, not cramped and small. That's really it for the head.